You know, South LA is a pretty big place. But you know, on the flip side of things is that sometimes people make South LA a lot bigger than what it actually is. So in this episode, we're actually going to debunk some myths and actually prove if some places people commonly think are in South LA are actually a part of the region. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the South LA Recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe to learn more about South LA and LA on the regular. Today we're talking about South LA and what is actually in the region. I actually created this video to settle some debates. There's been several times that I've heard people say that a place is in South LA and it's not, or a place is in South LA and it is, and someone says that it's not. It's actually pretty clear if something is in South LA or not. Because South LA is a region and not its own city, it doesn't have a downtown center, it doesn't have its own city services, it relies entirely on LA City. So we're using this as our background and this is our foundation to determine if a place is actually in South LA or not. So let's go down the list. And if you're a local from South LA, South Central, you can probably sit back on this one. But you know, there might be something that you don't know either. Is Inglewood in South LA? The answer is no. It actually has its own city council. It actually has its own mayor. And you can actually tell by a couple of other things. It's equipped with a Target. South LA only has one. It's in the USC Village. It has a Costco. It has a SoFi Stadium. It has everything that South LA just does not have at this point. Is Watts in South LA? The answer is yes, actually. And one historical and kind of cool fact about it is that Watts was actually its own city up until 1926 when the city of Los Angeles actually annexed it. Next one. Is Willowbrook a part of South LA? The answer is yes, but it's kind of weird. Willowbrook is what you call an unincorporated part of South LA. It's an unincorporated community. What that means is that generally it's considered South LA, but it does not have the same city services. It's actually looked after by the county of LA. So if you ever notice when you're in Willowbrook, you will not see the Los Angeles Police Department. You'll actually see the Sheriff Department. And the Magic Johnson Park is not a city park. It's a county park. So those are very slight nuances that show that it's not a part of the city, but for census and other reporting reasons, it's still considered South LA. And we need the park too. Here goes another one. Is Compton a part of South LA? The answer is no, no, and no. You know, Compton is so much of its own city that it actually has a Walmart. The last Walmart that was in the city of LA was at the Crenshaw Mall before it closed in 2016. So that's something that you can really use to differentiate. But Compton is its own city. They have their own mayor. And at this point, they're on track to get their first Latino mayor, which is really cool. Okay, here goes a good one. Is View Park one of the most affluent neighborhoods in the region? Is that actually a part of South LA? The answer is yes. But here's something that I didn't really know until a couple of weeks ago. View Park, just like Willowbrook, is actually an unincorporated neighborhood. So that means that they do not have LAPD patrolling their streets. They actually have the Sheriff Department, believe it or not. And that wraps up this episode of South LA. And you know what? I am definitely willing to continue this conversation in the comment section. If you've learned something new today or you have a question about what's actually considered South LA, leave it down in the comment section below. And I'll actually look in and find some research to answer that for you. But anyway, I hope that you guys learned something new and that this will even settle some debates in the future. And I'll catch you guys around on the recap.